Hello students, we are discussing the second chapter, assessment of individuals. In this chapter you have to calculate the gross total income and tax liability of an individual. In the previous session we solved one problem relating to that. In this session let us solve two more problems relating to assessment of individuals. See this problem. From the following information, compute the tax liability of Ms. Rituparna for the assessment year 2020-21. Make it as 2020-21. Salary for 12 months 5,08,000. I will explain while reading the problem only. Listen carefully. Salary for 12 months rupees 5,08,000. In this problem, computed salary is not given, salary for 12 months is given. From this amount you have to deduct the standard deduction. From this assessment year onwards the standard deduction is 50,000 rupees. That is the compulsory deduction you have to make if they give the salary and not the computed salary. So, from this 5,08,000 you have to deduct standard deduction 50,000 to get income from salary. And see the next one, interest on listed securities, gross amount is given 6,000, that means TDS is not deducted from this income. This comes under income from other sources. Next see, interest on government securities, it is also coming under income from other sources. Next, interest paid on loan taken to purchase government securities, it is interest paid, you have to deduct from the other sources. Next see, income from house property computed. Here computed amount of house property is given, so no need to calculate any information relating to this. You can directly write the income from house property as 40,000. Next, long term capital gain 80,000 and short term capital loss 20,000 given. This short term capital loss can be set off against long term capital gain 80,000. So after making this adjustment, the amount which you get is capital gain. Next see, dividend income from an Indian company, gross amount 8,000 is given, but income from an Indian company dividend is exempted from tax. Remember that point, dividend from Indian company is exempted, dividend from any foreign company is taxable. And income from mutual fund 14,000, it is coming under income from other sources. Gross amount is given, so you can write it directly. Next, winning from lottery, net amount is given 21,000. That means TDS is deducted from this 21,000 but for the calculation of income from other sources you have to add that TDS to this 21,000. Winning from a lottery, the TDS is fixed, that is 30%. You have to add that 30% to this 21,000. This is only 70%, you have to calculate 100%. In the previous session we already discussed that is 21,000 is 70%, then what is 100%? Cross multiplication, you get 30,000 as winning from a lottery gross amount. Write down that point. Next see, paid insurance premium, policy amounts to rupees 1,50,000 issued before April 2012. Issue before April 2012 means up to 20% of premium is considered for deduction under section 80C. Here amount is 26,000, you have to calculate 20% of sum assured 1,50,000, whichever is less you have to consider. 20% of 1,50,000 amounts to rupees 30,000 and the amount of premium paid given is 26,000. Whichever is lower you have to consider. So, you can consider this 26,000 rupees under section 80C deduction. Next one, C, paid donation to National Defence Fund rupees 20,000. Section 80G deduction, without limit donation 100% deduction is allowable for this National Defence Fund. Next, C, contribution to unrecognized provident fund. You cannot consider it for deduction under 80C because under section 80C only recognized provident fund is deductible and not unrecognized provident fund. So, you should not consider this one. Next, deposited in PPF, that is Public Provident Fund, 60,000, you can consider it under section 80C for deduction. Next, she has paid medical insurance premium of rupees 500 per month by check. For 12 months you have to calculate, and that amount you can consider under section 80D, medical insurance premium paid for deduction. Compute the tax liability of Ms. Rituparna for the assessment year 2020-21. Let us solve this problem. See, first you have to calculate the total income of Ms. Rituparna. First you have to calculate income from salary, that is salary for 12 months is given, that is 5,08,000. From that, standard deduction under section 16(1)(a) that you have to consider, that is 50,000. Last year it was 40,000, but from this assessment year onwards that is 50,000. So, the total income from salary is 4,58,000. Next, income from house property, computed amount is given, so no need to deduct any standard deduction. 40,000, directly write it in the outer column. Next, there is no income from business, so write it as nil. Capital gains are there. First one, long term capital gain 80,000, and from that you have to deduct short term capital loss 20,000. The difference amount 60,000 is capital gains of Ms. Rituparna. Write it in the outer column. Next, fifth head is income from other sources. Under that, interest on government securities 10,000. Next, interest on listed securities 6,000. Next, both dividend from Indian company and income from mutual fund exempted from tax under the head income from other sources. Please note down this point. Dividend from Indian company and income from mutual fund both are exempted. Next, winning from a lottery, gross amount you have to write, calculation already given, that is 21,000 is 70%, then what is the 100%? 30,000, that you have to consider for deduction. The total of income from other sources amounts to rupees 46,000. From that, interest on loan you have to deduct 2,000 rupees. So, the total amount of income from other sources amounts to rupees 44,000. Write it in the outer column. So, the total of these 5 heads is gross total income rupees 6,12,000. From that, you have to deduct deduction under section 80. There are some deductions. First, under section 80C, LIC premium. Here, premium issued before April 2012, the amount considered for deduction is 20% of sum issued or actual premium paid, whichever is less. Here, 20% of 1,50,000 amounts to rupees 30,000 and actual premium paid 26,000, whichever is less you have to consider, that is 26,000. Next, deposited to PPF 60,000, the total of these two items 86,000. Next, under section 80D, medical insurance premium paid 500 per month for 12 months amounts to rupees 6,000. and section 80D, 80G, donation to NDF, that is National Defence Fund, 20,000, that is without limit donation, 100% is deductible. Total of this deduction under section 80 amounts to rupees 1,12,000. When you deduct 1,12,000 from gross total income, you get total taxable income as rupees 5 lakhs. As I told you while explaining the theory part, that is tax slab, if the income is 5 lakh or below 5 lakh, rebate of 12,500 is applicable under section 87A. That 12,500 should be deducted from the total income before deducting the tax or before the calculation of taxable income. So, let us see that while computing the tax liability, first you have to calculate on winning from lottery rupees 9,000, that is 30% of the gross amount is considered as the tax payment on winning from a lottery. You have to calculate it separately. You should not consider winning from a lottery with your actual taxable income. So, 30% of this 9,000 you have to pay the tax separately, and on long term capital gain 20% you have to calculate it also separately, that is at 20%. 20% of 60,000 amounts to rupees 12 lakh, and on balance you have to apply the tax slab, that is on balance 4 lakh 10,000, that is 5 lakh minus 90,000. On first 2 lakh 50,000 no need to pay tax, the tax is nil. Next 1 lakh 60,000, that is 4 lakh 10,000 minus 2 lakh 50,000, balance is 1 lakh 60,000 at 5%, that amounts to rupees 8,000. So, his total tax liability amounts to rupees 29,000. As I told you before, his income is 5 lakhs, that is rebate is applicable, that is you have to deduct the rebate of 12,500 from his total tax liability. When you deduct that rebate under section 87A 12,500, you get the tax liability as 16,500. So, to this amount you have to add health and education cess of 4% of 16,500, that is 660. You get tax payable by Miss Rituparna. From this you have to deduct TDS, that is tax deducted at source. Before getting this winning from lottery amount, the tax is already deducted. No need to pay that much of tax. When you deduct this TDS on winning from lottery, you get net taxable income, net tax payable as 8,160. So, the total tax payable by Miss Rituparna is 8,160. This is the assessment of individual. Let us solve one more problem relating to Mr. Sheshadri. See this problem. Mr. Sheshadri furnishes the following particulars of his income for the previous year 2019-20. Here also I am explaining the problem while reading only. Listen carefully. Income from a salary 2 lakh. Computed income from salary is given, so no need to deduct standard deduction. Directly you can write 2 lakhs in the outer column. Next, income from cloth business 73,000 and share of profit from a firm is 8,000. Here income from cloth business 73,000 is income from business and share of profit from a firm 8,000 is exempted from a tax. It comes under exempted income. So, this amount is exempted from tax, no need to consider this 8,000, that is share from a firm. Ignore this point. Next one, he owns 2 houses. Their taxable income is 24,000. Computed income from house property is given 24,000. Next, long term capital gain on sale of investment 50,000. Long term capital gain 50,000 directly given, write it in the outer column. Next, interest on dividend incomes. Interest on bank deposit gross amount is given, so no need to calculate anything, directly you can write 15,600 under income from other sources. Dividend from share of domestic company rupees 4,500 exempted from tax, dividend from Indian company. Next, see, he donated rupees 5,000 to National Children's Fund. Without limit donation, 100% is allowable under section 80G. Next, he spent rupees 25,000 for medical treatment of handicapped dependent. Here, medical treatment of handicapped dependent is coming under section 80DD, and here you have to consider it as person with disability because nothing is mentioned. So, consider as person with disability. Fixed deduction is available 75,000. Remember that point, you have to consider 75,000 for this one. Next, he deposited 20,000 to his PPF, 20,000 for PPF 80C deduction. Under section 80C, this 20,000 you have to consider. Compute his gross total income, taxable income and income tax liability for the assessment year 2020-21. Let us solve this problem. Income from salary 2 lakh, directly write in the outer column. Nothing to calculate in this problem. All informations are directly given. Income from house property 24,000, income from business 73,000, capital gains, that is long term capital gain 50,000 is given, write it in the outer column. Income from other sources, only interest on bank deposit you have to consider 15,600 because dividend from share of domestic company is exempted. So, the total income, that is gross total income, amounts to rupees 3,62,600. From this you have to deduct deduction under section 80. Under that 3 items are there. First one, 80C deposited in PPF 20,000. Section 80DD, person with disability, fixed amount of deduction is available 75,000, ignore that 25,000. And section 80G, donation to National Children's Fund 5,000, without limit 100% deduction. The total of deduction under section 80 amounts to rupees 1 lakh. When you deduct it from gross total income, you get the taxable income. This is taxable total income, not gross total income, as 2,62,600 rupees. This is his total income. On this you have to calculate the tax liability. See the computation. Up to 2,50,000 no need to pay tax, nil. On the balance, that is 12,600, that is 2,62,600 minus 2,50,000, 12,600. You have to consider it as long term capital gain at 20%, because here on long term capital gain you have to pay the tax separately 20%. If you consider this 12,600 for 5% deduction, that means you are not considering this 20% of long term capital gain. That is why up to 2,50,000 nil, the balance of 12,600 you have to consider it as long term capital gain at 20%. So, the amount is 2,520 rupees, that is 12,600 of long term capital gain. Rest of the long term capital gain is exempted from that tax, that comes under this 2,50,000. Here the total income is less than 5 lakh, that means rebate is applicable. That rebate you have to deduct from this one. The maximum limit is 12,500, but his tax payment payable is only 2,250. So rebate you can consider 2,520. So his total tax payable is nil, because his tax payable is 2,520, income is below 5 lakh, and rebate is applicable under section 87A. Rebate maximum limit is 12,500. So that 12,500 you cannot consider because the tax is below that. So you have to consider whole 2,520 as rebate. So the tax payment is nil for Mr. Sheshadri. So this is the problem. It may come for this particular problem may come for 12 marks, and first problem may come for 24 marks. Thank you. Let us meet in the next session.